My name is Michael Mastro. Thank you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at the Vedic Astrology chart from Michelangelo. This is sidereal zodiac, not Western tropical zodiac. If you look to the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see Sagittarius, the constellation associated with Sagittarius rising at 7 degrees. 7 degrees, or almost actually 8 degrees, becomes the most effective point of every house. So any planet that's within 5 degrees of that rising sign degree of 8 degrees, like Mercury, like Sun, like Venus, has a lot of power in the chart. So first we're going to look and see how the planets are operating, then we'll look and see when the planets are operating, and then we'll see what could be done to strengthen the chart. So first we'll look and see where the multicona signs are. All of these little areas represent parts of our lives. And when you have a multicona sign in one of these different areas of your life, that indicates what you're going to be working on in that particular lifetime. So multicona signs are, for example, Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Venus signifies relationships, and so does Libra. Taurus, not so much. So the multicona sign for Libra is actually, for Venus is actually Venus. And so the multicona signs are 1, Mars for Aries. Then we have 4, Cancer for Moon. And 5, Leo for Sun. 6, Virgo for Mercury. 7, Venus for Libra. 9, Sagittarius, Jupiter for Sagittarius. And 11, Saturn for Aquarius. So we see that we have a multicona sign in the first house. First house has to do with finding our life purpose in this particular lifetime. And then we have Aquarius in the third house. And third house deals with finding our success through fine arts, performing arts, or healing arts. And then we have Aries, ruled by Mars, in the fifth house, being worthy or finding our true passion and creativity. And then we have Cancer, ruled by Moon, in the 8th house. Now, any multicona signs that are found in the 6th, 8th, or the 12th, these are the Dusthana or challenging houses, can cause some challenges in our life. So Moon becomes functional malefic in this case. And so this house deals with research into the deeper meanings of life, into our subconsciousness. It also signifies some obstacles and death-like experiences, transformations. So he's working on that. Then we have Leo, ruled by Sun, in the 9th house. Has to do with religion, beliefs, teachers. And then we have Virgo, ruled by Mercury, in the career house. So that has to do with finding our career and being using our intellect to pursue that career. And then we have Libra in the 11th house, ruled by Venus. Has to do with social connections and income. And then we have, you've heard of struggling artists, so he that's something he was working on for sure. And so those are what he's working on in this lifetime. So let's go through each planet and see how it's operating. So Sun, we said, is at 7 degrees, close to that most effective point, so it has a lot of impact in the chart. It again rules this house of religion, and it's placed in the house of happiness. So happiness through religious beliefs, through finding great teachers, artistic masters. And then Sun also represents father, so he got a lot of support from his father. In fact, he put him in a art school with a great teacher at the age of 13. Then we have Moon, and then also Sun also represents people in high places. So he worked for the Medici family. Moon is at 16 degrees, and we said, that it can cause some challenges. Although it's very fast moving, those challenges will come and go very quickly. So Moon gives him. It's placed in this house of fine arts. So and Moon itself represents public and sensitivity, and being ruling this eighth house. It gives him research into all types of different art modalities, painting modalities, to express his religious art. His mom, now because can be challenges, Moon also represents mother, and his mom died he was very young when she died. Mars is at 2 degrees. Any planet that's less than 5 degrees is said to be in infant state, or more than 25 degrees is said to be in old age. So people that are very young or very old have trouble promoting their and protecting their own signification. So makes Mars a little bit weak. So Mars rules this house of children education, investments. So he had no children, but it did give him creativity, and it's placed in this house of happiness through family. So there was, not a stability in his family. But gives him courage to break out and do his own art forms. Definitely did that. Mercury's at 12 degrees, fairly close to the most effective point, and it rules this career house. So it gives him career, and it's placed in the house of success through fine arts, and give him, an ability to write poetry, to do architecture. And now Mars is also, back to Mars for a second, has to do with weapons and pointy objects. So, a lot of his career was involved with sculpture, so hammer and chisel. Mercury is, giving that poetry, architecture, sculpture, and made him very critical of himself and other painters as well. Jupiter's at 17 degrees and it's debilitated. Jupiter represents children. So again, no children in life. It gave him his life purpose, and Jupiter itself represents religious beliefs and expression. So life purpose through expressing through art, religious icons. Jupiter's placed in the house of the face, and so he broke his nose at some point, and he had kidney stones. So Jupiter also represents kidney in the parts of the body. Venus is at 8 degrees, close to the most effective point, very powerful. It's ruling the house of income, and it's placed in the house of creativity. So income through creativity and beauty. Saturn's at 0 degrees, so very weak, and it is ruling the house of success through fine arts, performing arts, and it is placed in this house of research. So through he gained success through fine arts and the research into different artistic modalities, and also it represents the spine, the legs. Stiff back and legs was something that he often complained about. He did a lot of research. In fact, he got cadavers, which was very hard to do, to help him draw the human art form. And he, through his art, he was expressing his subconsciousness as well. Rahu and Ketu, they're always teaching us about balance in our life. They're always opposite each other. Rahu represents craving, and Ketu represents aversion. So he had a really strong desire to fulfill his career. He worked very long hours, and it wasn't conducive to have a stable family life. So let's look at the timing of events. In 1496, he moved to study art during a Saturn period. Again, Saturn represent this fine arts, and it's placed in this house of life-changing events. He did the Statue of David and the Sistine Chapel during a very creative period from 1504 to 1508. That's a Saturn-Venus period where he got good support from the Medici family in terms of income through Venus and creating beauty, placed in that house of creativity. And Saturn, again, giving the fine arts, the success in fine arts. 1561, he had a stroke, and that was during a Sun period. So Sun represents heart. Then he had another stroke in 1584 during a Sun-Saturn period. Saturn placed in this house of death-like experiences. And then he died a few days later, and he was approaching K2 and a moon period, which would have been death-like experiences. So what could we do to strengthen this chart? So we always want to transform the malefics. We don't want to make them stronger. So Moon, Rahu, and Ketu, we want to transform through chants and charities. So he, being very involved in the Catholic religion, there was chanting a lot, and I'm sure he participated in that. So that would have been giving him some good ability to transform those malefics so that they weren't very harmful to him, and helping those people who cannot help themselves, helping religious organizations for K2. And then we want to strengthen the rest of the planets, especially Saturn being very weak. That would have helped with his physical stress. And then we want to strengthen also Mars, would have been given him more passion, more creativity, ability to have children. And then Sun, for his organizational skills. And Jupiter apparently didn't take very good care of his body, didn't bathe very often. So that would have been helpful for that. And then Mercury, would have helped him. And Venus giving him more income. But he did have some business sense, to promote himself with the Medici family. So he did have that. So these are the fine points. Definitely Venus, very strong in the chart, giving, this ability to be creative and have income through that. Mercury, great intellect. Jupiter, that religious background to express the religion through art. So if you're interested in a Vedic astrology reading, you can go to www.vastucreations.com. Under services, there's several types of astrology readings there that you can choose from. If you're interested in learning transformational Vedic astrology, you can see this is very accurate and a simple technique to analyze a chart. You can go to American Institute of Vastu.com, and we have 2 levels of Vedic astrology there. You can do it just to help your friends and family and yourself, or you could use it as a profession and get certified. Thank you so much for listening.